What if I told you there are cheeses so exclusive that only royalty were allowed to eat them? Not because of taste alone, but because they were simply too rare, too expensive, or too powerful. And now, we are going to explore the 5 royal cheeses that only the elite were allowed to taste. Number 1. Stilton, the king of English cheeses. Long before it was a Christmas staple, Stilton was a rare luxury with a supply chain so exclusive it was practically a state secret. In the 18th century, a man named Cooper Thornhill held a virtual monopoly on the cheese, selling it only to the wealthy travelers passing through the village of Stilton. It was the first cheese to be granted a protected status, ensuring that only a handful of dairies could even produce it. At the molecular level, Stilton is a masterclass in controlled fermentation. While we've discussed the salt trap of modern blue cheeses, the traditional Royal Stilton was prized for its unique protein architecture. Because it is never pressed, the cheese retains a delicate open structure that allows the Penicillium roqueforti to bloom naturally. The secret to this king's longevity lies in the precision of its moisture-to-salt ratio. In the 18th century, the process was so closely guarded that only 3 dairies in Derbyshire, Leicestershire and Nottinghamshire held the royal permission to age it. Today, science shows that the unique interaction between the native bacteria and the blue mold creates a dense concentration of vitamin K2. For those focusing on cardiovascular longevity, this vitamin acts as a biological traffic cop, directing calcium away from the artery walls and straight into the bone matrix. This high-density mineral profile is exactly why the English elite prized it for maintaining physical strength well into old age. Furthermore, the slow 9-week aging process ensures uniform mold colonization, creating a high concentration of bioactive peptides that can act as natural ACE inhibitors to support healthy blood pressure. Beyond England's blue veins, French kings used refined brie for high-stakes diplomacy. Number 2. Brie du Meaux, the original king of cheeses. While many versions of brie exist today, the authentic Brie du Meaux was crowned the king of cheeses at the Congress of Vienna in 1815, where it bested 30 other varieties in a culinary competition among European diplomats. For centuries, this raw milk delicacy was the preferred gift of French kings, sent to foreign courts as a symbol of French biological superiority. The science behind this royal favorite lies in its living rind. The white mold, Penicillium camemberti, does more than create a velvety texture. It initiates an intense enzymatic breakdown. The King of Cheeses title wasn't just hyperbole. It was a diplomatic necessity. During the Congress of Vienna, Metternich and Talleyrand used this cheese to soften the edges of political negotiations, knowing that its high concentration of bioavailable lipids could actually stimulate the production of serotonin. From a microbiological perspective, the white bloomy rind of a true moux is a living mat of fungi that produces specific proteases. These enzymes break down the complex caseins in milk into smaller, more manageable peptides. This makes the royal brie an ideal source of protein for anyone with a maturing digestive system, as the body can absorb these essential building blocks without the inflammatory stress often caused by younger industrial dairy products. As we age, our digestive efficiency can decline. Still, the enzymes in Brie du Meaux essentially pre-digest the milk proteins, making calcium and phosphorus easier for our bodies to absorb. While France used soft brie, Italy prized the enduring gold standard aged Parmesan. Number 3. Parmigiano Reggiano, the cheese of Italian dukes. In the 13th century, the Benedictine and Cistercian monks of Italy developed a cheese so durable and nutrient-dense that it became the gold standard for the Italian nobility. Parmigiano Reggiano was the only cheese allowed in the high courts of the Dukes of Parma and Reggio, primarily because its long aging process, often exceeding 24 to 36 months, made it virtually indestructible and incredibly potent. From a neurological perspective, this Duke's cheese is a powerhouse of free amino acids, specifically tyrosine. The Dukes of Parma didn't just value this cheese for its flavor, they valued its stability. It takes exactly 550 liters of high-quality milk to produce a single 80-pound wheel. Because the cows are strictly forbidden from eating silage or a fermented forage, the milk contains a pure, unadulterated terpene profile from the local grasses. As the cheese ages beyond the 24-month mark, the proteins undergo a process called autolysis, in which they break down into free amino acids. The most famous byproduct of this is the crunch pure tyrosine crystals. These crystals are molecular powerhouses that support the synthesis of neurotransmitters, helping to maintain cognitive sharpness and focus. For a senior today, a small serving of authentic Parmigiano provides a concentrated burst of protein that supports muscle maintenance without the heavy saturated fat load found in younger, common cheeses. This Duke's Gold was the ultimate functional food of the Renaissance, providing a dense, low-lactose source of energy that kept the mind as active as the body. Beyond Italian gold, French royalty craved the limestone-aged intensity of Roquefort. Number 4. Roquefort, the cheese of kings and popes. In 1411, King Charles VI of France granted a monopoly for the ripening of Roquefort to the people of Roquefort-sous-Soulzon, decreeing that no other caves could produce it. This cheese of kings was so highly regarded that it was allegedly the only dairy product Pope Pius V would allow on his table. Its blue veins were seen as a mark of divine culinary intervention. The royal secret of Roquefort is its unique source: raw sheep's milk aged in the limestone caves of Cumbalou. While the salt content of Roquefort is high, the elite of France recognized the secret benefit that modern science is now only beginning to understand: the presence of spermidine. This natural compound, found in high concentrations in the blue veins of Roquefort, is linked to cellular renewal and the prevention of age-related decline. The raw sheep's milk from the Lacoon breed is significantly richer in calcium and zinc than standard cow's milk. When aged in the natural ventilated caves of Cumbalou, it develops a unique microbiological shield. This cave ripening process ensures the cheese teems with beneficial organisms that help maintain a resilient gut lining. For the monarchs of the 15th century, this wasn't just a delicacy. It was a cave-cured insurance policy against the digestive ailments that plagued commoners. Sheep's milk also contains a much higher concentration of short-chain fatty acids compared to cow's milk. At the molecular level, these fats are easier for the heart to process and act as a biological shield, providing cardiovascular support through a unique lipid profile. French caves protected popes, but Swiss nobles sought pure, high-altitude mountain gold. Number 5. Gruyère, the cheese of Swiss nobility. While it is now famous for fondue, Gruyère was once the exclusive currency of the Swiss Alps, used to pay taxes and tithes to the nobility. The elite of Switzerland and France coveted this cheese because it was made from the first milk of cows grazing on high-altitude summer pastures, rich in rare alpine flora. The science of high-altitude dairy is what sets Gruyère apart. Because the cows graze on hundreds of different types of grasses and wildflowers, the milk is naturally higher in omega-3 fatty acids and beta-carotene. These are the building blocks of a healthy inflammatory response. For a senior looking to maintain joint mobility and vision, the Royal Gruyère offers a much more complex nutritional profile than mass-produced mountain cheeses. The dense, whole-free texture results from meticulous temperature control, ensuring that beneficial bacteria produce a clean fermentation that supports gut diversity without the nightmare of unpredictable pathogens. After hearing about the brain-boosting crystals of Parmigiano or the heart-healthy lipids of Roquefort, which of these royal cheeses would you want to add to your daily routine? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more.